welcome to my channel No Physics with me. Hope all are doing good. Yes, so we are into the topic of time, speed and distance, and we are already done with 8 sessions where we covered different types of questions related to this topic using shortcuts. And in this session we will cover a particular concept which is wheel based questions, and using circumference and revolution we will find the answer. And there are number of questions that they might ask using this topic. And the same topic goes in mensuration too. So once you thorough with this concept here, in mensuration also you can easily solve. Okay, and those who have missed any of the previous videos, I'll provide you the link in the description box so that you can click on it and watch it. And now we'll try to understand the concept first, and then we'll get into questions and know more about it. Okay? Yes. So first we'll understand the terms related to this concept and then we'll get into questions. So these are some of the important terms or which are familiar to you from lower classes, right? So we'll just have a gist on it and then we'll get into the concept. Okay? So radius. Radius is nothing but you have a circle and this is the center. This is nothing but the radius. A line segment which is joining the center and the circumference of the circle. Clear? And diameter is a line that is passing through the center of the circle and which connects both ends of the or circumference of the circle. Okay, and circumference in simple terms you can say this is a perimeter or boundary, correct? So this is nothing but the circumference and this is the diameter. Clear? So I hope you are all clear with the basic things, and now note this down, and this is very important thing that you will have to know. That is, distance is equal to circumference into number of revolution. I'll tell you. See, I will have to find how much distance a person cover. So what I'll use the circumference of the circle or the wheel. Okay, wheel is in circular shape, right? So I'll use the circumference of the circle and number of revolution. That is, he is revolving around it 14 times, 13 times, 12 times, like that they will give. So how much distance he travelled, how will you find? You will use 2 pi r, which is nothing but the circumference of the circle, correct? We have learnt it in lower classes. 2 pi r into number of revolution. How many times did he revolve or rotate? Suppose if it is 10 times, okay? So we will multiply it by 10. So this is nothing but the total distance covered by him, correct? And the second thing you will have to notice units, which is very important because sometimes they will give it in centimeter, sometimes in meter, kilometer. So you will have to convert it accordingly to your options. Sometimes your options they will give like convert it into kilometer per hour or meter per second. So according to that you should change and then convert and then find the answer. Clear? Yes. You may have questions based on radius as well as diameter. So that time how will you change the circumference? If you have radius in your question, you can use 2 pi r. And if you have diameter, that time you will use circumference as pi d. Clear? So why pi d? And what is the difference between these two? There is no difference. This and this are one and same. But if they give radius, you can use this, and diameter you can use this. Or else you can convert this into this by dividing your diameter by 2. You know, radius, double the radius is diameter, right? See, radius is this means double the radius is nothing but a diameter. So if they have given diameter, you can convert it into radius by dividing it by 2, or simply you use pi d instead of 2 pi r. Clear with this concept? See, when your question has a radius, you can use 2 pi r, and if it has diameter, you can use pi d, or divide the diameter by 2 in order to get radius, and that time you can use 2 pi r. Clear? Yes. Now you can get into question. Okay? So let's start with the first question. A wheel makes 1000 revolutions in covering a distance of 88 kilometers. Find the radius of the wheel. So what are all the information given? It covers a distance of, see, don't confuse with distance and diameter. Okay, so better I'll write it as distance itself, because both you will write it as capital D, so you will get confused. So distance it is covering 88 kilometer. And how many revolutions it is taking? Revolution is equal to 1000. Similarly, revolution and radius don't get confused, so better rev you can write it for revolution and r you can denote it for radius. And we'll have to find the radius. So we know distance is equal to number of revolution into circumference. Okay, don't go with the radius alone, you should use circumference of the wheel. Okay, and here we know distance is 88 kilometer, note this down, and number of revolution is 1000 into circumference is 2 pi r, since here radius is mentioned. Okay, so 80, you need r. Okay, so r is equal to 88. This 1000 when it comes here, it will become divided by 1000. This 2 pi, it will become 2 pi. Or pi is nothing but 22 by 7. So 22 divided by 7, if you do, it will go to numerator. So you will multiply it by 7. Clear? So how will you find? Simply cancel it out. 22 4s are 88, 2 2s are 4, and 14 divided by 1000, which is equal to 0.014. Correct? This is nothing but kilometer. Right? But you can simply think, always your wheel radius would be not in kilometer, right? It will be in meters. So you can convert this to meter. So kilometer to meter, you will have to multiply it by 1000. So on converting, we get it as 14 meters. Okay, so you check for your option. If it is in kilometer, you can keep it as such. If it is in meter, convert it to meter and find the answer. Okay, yes. See the next question. A wheel covers a distance of 4312 meter after 98 revolution using 22 by 7 in the place of pi. Find the wheel's diameter. So here our question is, we will have to find the diameter. And what are all the information given? Distance they have given it as 4312 meter. And what else? Revolution they have given it as, how many revolution? 98 revolution. Okay. Now as usual, distance is equal to number of revolution into circumference. Please don't use diameter or radius as such. Instead you should use circumference, correct? So circumference into how many revolutions, if you know only, you will find that the total distance covered, correct? The distance is 4312 meter, which is equal to number of revolution is 92 into circumference. Here you can use as pi d, because we will have to find diameter. Even you can use 2 pi r and find the radius, and you can just double the radius and find the diameter as the answer. Clear? So better you can use pi d itself. So pi d is nothing but 98 into 22 by 7 into d, which is equal to 4312. So on keeping d one side and taking others to other side, so this 7 will come on the numerator, 4312 into 7 divided by, this both will come in the denominator, 98 into 22. So 11 2s are 22, 11 3s are 33, 11 9s are 99, 11 2s are 22. Okay, and 2 1s are 2, 2 9s are 18, 2 6 are 12. This is 2 times. So 7 into 2 is 14 and it is in meter. Clear? So your diameter is 14 meter. Suppose if you have used here circumference as 2 pi r, you will get it as 7 meter. So that is the radius. So if you double it, you will get it as 14 meter, which is the diameter. Clear? Yes. See the next question. The radius of a cartwheel is 35 centimeter. How many revolution does it make in traveling a distance of 154 meter? So here is, we will have to find the number of revolution. So revolution is the question mark. Okay. Instead, what are the hint given? Radius is 35 centimeter and distance is 154 meter. So this you will have to note it down. This is given in centimeter and this in meter. So convert the centimeter to meter. How will you convert? Centimeter, decimeter, meter. So you will have to divide it by 100. So when you divide it by 100, you will get it as 0.35 meter. Now everything is converted into single unit. Now you can proceed. So distance is equal to number of revolution into circumference, which is number of revolution we will have to find, into circumference is 2 pi into 0.35. Okay, so pi, instead of pi I can write it as 22 by 7. Clear? So distance is 154. So taking revolution to one side, you can, this is revolution, okay, not radius. So taking revolution to one side, the 7 will come in the numerator. So 154 into 7 divided by 2 into 22 into 0.35. I can take it as such, and in order to remove the decimal, I will multiply and divide it by 100. Okay, so you will get it as here 35. So you multiply it by 100, and when you divide it by 100, you will get it as 35. Okay, now you can simplify. 7 5s are 35, and 11 2s are 22, 11 1s are 11, 11 4s are 44, 2 7s are 14. Anything else? So 700 divided by 10, which is equal to 70 meter. Not meter, this is revolution. 70 times. Okay, so how many times it is revolving? 70 times. Clear? Yes. See the next question. The diameter of each wheel of a truck is 70 centimeter. If each wheel rotates 400 times per minute, then the speed of the truck is. So here you will have to understand it carefully. Here the question is speed, so you will have a doubt. How will you find the speed on? So you know speed is equal to distance by time. So somehow it is distance time related, right? So how to solve it, we'll see. What are all the information given? Diameter is given as 70 centimeter, and rotation or revolution, or however you call it as, that is given as 400 times per minute. Okay. Now we'll have to find the speed. Okay. So as usual proceed. How will you proceed? Distance is equal to number of revolution into circumference. So here, since it is diameter, you can either convert it to radius or use the diameter as usual. Okay, so number of revolution is 400 into circumference is 2 into 22 by 7 into 70. If you cannot use because you are using radius, so 35. If you are using 70 directly, you can use it as pi d, not 2 pi r. Clear with that? Don't get confused here. So 7 5s are 35. 44 into 5. 5 is a 20. 420 into 400. So 0 double 0 4 2 7. So 88,000 centimeter. Correct? So this is the total distance travelled in 1 minute. That you will have to note. Okay, it is covering 400 times in 1 minute they have given. So here the question is, we will have to find it in kilometer per hour. Okay, in brackets they have given it as in kilometer per hour. So in 1 minute if it is travelling this much, in 1 hour we will have to find. 1 hour how many minutes? 60 minutes. Correct? So 60 minutes means 88,000 into 60. So this is the total distance travelled in 1 hour. Clear? So you get it as 8 6 are 48, 8 6 are 48, 49 50, 10. So this is nothing but the total distance covered in 1 hour. But this is in centimeter. We will have to convert it into kilometer, because our question is we will have to find the speed in kilometer per hour. So convert this to kilometer. How will you convert? Centimeter to decimeter, meter, decameter, hectometer, kilometer. That means you will have to have 5 zeros. So I can split it and write it as 100 into 1000. So you will have 5 zeros, right? So you can simplify 4 zeros. So you get it as 52.8 kilometer per hour. Clear with this? So you must try for the units. Okay, that is very, very important. And also the minute conversion. See, once again I will explain this. What all they have given, write it down. So as usual, you know, distance is nothing but number of revolution into circumference. Here diameter they have given, so you can convert it into radius as divided by 2, which is 35 centimeter. Clear? That is what I have substituted here. Or else you can use pi d and substitute 70 directly. Clear? Now if you do that, you will get the distance as 88,000, which is in centimeter. Now, this is nothing but the distance covered in 1 minute. They asked us to find the speed for 1 hour. 1 hour is nothing but 60 minutes. So, 1 minute if it is covering this much distance, for 60 minutes means this much into 60. Clear? So, in 1 hour it is covering this much distance, which we found it in centimeter. We will have to convert it into kilometer. Centimeter to kilometer, you will have 5 zeros. So, I can split it and write it as 100 into 1000. So, on simplifying, get it as 52.8 kilometer per hour. Clear? Yes. See the next question. Diameter of a wheel is 3 meter. The wheel revolves 28 times in a minute. To cover the distance of 5.280 kilometer, the wheel will take how many minutes? So, understand the question carefully. Here they are asking us to find the time. Okay. So, they have given diameter as 3 meter. And revolution, number of revolution, they have given it as 28 times. Okay. So, using this 28 times per minute. So, in 1 minute, it is covering this much distance. Clear? So, using this both data, you can find the distance travelled in 1 minute. Okay. Similarly, they are asking if it is covering this much distance, they have given the second distance. If it is covering this much distance, then in how many minutes it will complete? Okay. So, this is the question. So, first we using this we will solve. Distance is equal to number of revolution into circumference. So, every time you need not write this. Once you are familiar with this, you can directly substitute and go. Since for you to understand, I am writing it every time. Okay. So, distance is equal to number of revolution is 28 into circumference. You can use it as pi into d because diameter only they have given. Okay. So, 7 4s are 28. 22 4s are 88 into 3. 8 3s are 24. 8 3s are 24. 25 26. So, 264 meter is your distance. So, our question is, if the distance is 5.280 kilometer. So, here it is in meter and here it is in kilometer. So, this is nothing but the distance in 1 minute. Correct? They have given 28 times per minute. From that, you can understand that in 1 minute, it is covering a distance of 264 meter. So, similarly, for 5.280 kilometer, how much time it is taking, we will have to find. So, first convert this to meter. So, how will you convert kilometer to meter? You will have to multiply it by decameter, hectometer, kilometer. Multiply it by 1000. So, 5280 meter you will get. Correct? Kilometer to meter, multiply it by 1000. So, 5280 meter. Here, 1 minute it is taking minute. Okay, 1 minute it is taking to cover 264 meters. So, in order to cover 5280 meters, how many minutes it is taking, we will have to find. Okay. So, units all you can cancel. 5280 into 1 by 264. So, 2 times if you check, you get it as 4 2s are 8. 6 2s are 12, 2 2s are 4 plus 1, 5. 20 times. So, 20 minutes is your time. Clear? Once again I will tell. See, distance covered in 1 minute is nothing but this much. So, they have given the other distance. We will have to find the time. Okay, so first convert everything into single unit. Since it is in meter, convert this also to meter. So, 5280 meter again. So, how much time you will have to find? Simply if you cross multiply, you get it as 20 minutes. Clear? Yes. The last question. The diameter of wheel of a bus is 90 centimeter, which makes 315 revolutions per minute. If it revolves for 5 minutes, then find the distance travelled by the wheel. So, here the question is to find the distance. Okay, what all is given? Diameter is given as 90 centimeter and revolution they have given it as 315 revolutions per minute. Okay, so we will have to find it for 5 minutes. Clear? So, that is the question. We will have to find the distance. So, usually distance is equal to revolution into circumference. Correct? So, here it is in diameter. So, you can use pi d 22 by 7 into 90. So, Sum 4s are 28, 29, 30, 31, sum 5s are 35. Okay. So 45 into 22. 5 2s are 10, 4 2s are 8 plus 1 9. So you get 2 zeros, 9 9s are 81, balance 8, 81. So 89100 is nothing but a distance. This is in centimeter, okay? Don't forget this unit, okay? It is in centimeter. Now, it is nothing but the distance covered in 1 minute, correct? We'll have to find the distance covered in 5 minutes. So, 89100 into 5. 5, 9 5s are 45, 5s are 40, 44. So this is nothing but in centimeter. So convert centimeter to meter. You will have to convert divide it by decimeter meter 100. So when you divide it by 100, you get it as 4455 meter. Clear? Yes. So now you will have two questions displayed here. I want you to solve it by yourself and give your answers in the comment box. So just think, with one concept they can ask 6 different types of questions. See, find the radius, diameter, find number of revolutions, find the time, find distance, find the speed. Okay, so 6 types of questions just with one formula, which is nothing but distance traveled is equal to number of revolutions into circumference. Please don't forget that, and check whether it is given in diameter or radius. If it is in diameter, just substitute pi d, and if it is in radius, your circumference will be 2 pi r. Clear? And just proceed, and please note the units. Okay, so only through practice you can easily find the units, easily convert the units. Otherwise it will be like you'll have to sit and think whether you'll have to multiply it by 100 or divide it by 100. So don't waste the time like that. So practice more questions like this so that you can do it very easily within seconds. Okay, so if you like the video, please share it with your friends and do subscribe my channel. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for all the support given. Keep supporting. So thank you.